Hello, 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 everyone. What is going on? Ben here, and today we shall be reviewing The Eternals. So, yeah, as you can see, the background. We're reviewing.
You just cut out then, James.
I was just saying, let's have a look at the background.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're reviewing The Eternals. Went to see it yesterday. Ben went to see it a week ago, and honestly, straight off the bat, I've got to say, I mean, the tickets at the cinema, the nearest cinema to us is a joke. It was £13.50, and we got to sit in a seat that was, well, not a VIP seat, but meant to be better than normal seats, and it was shit. It was absolute nonsense, absolute rip-off. Cinema companies, I get that they're desperate, but another cinema company that isn't too far, they don't charge anywhere near as much. But I think George loves that company because it's closer and they let him rob 1 million posters. Well, they let him take loads of posters.
Well, I was going to say, did you see how many you left the cinema with yesterday?
But I swear he took more than he should have done. Because the thing is, little kids could have those posters for a laugh, couldn't they? Or young teens, or even old people that could have it to look at, for a laugh.
The thing is, though, he took about 40, but there was about 100 left. So
yeah, so I suppose there's more than enough to go around. But like the thing is, you got to think someone else could have had the extra 39. Why do you need to? And he took another 40 the week before. I mean, imagine if he did like a collectibles video and it was just the whole collection was just posters all over his floor. Guys, look at that! Ah! He just fell over, and that was the end of the video.
Maybe he's trying to paint the outside of his house.
I don't have 100, George. My arse. I don't have 100. What are you talking about? If some little kid was with their parents and then they took 100 posters, they'd say put them back for someone else. So, yeah, but George is just destroying the cinema industry.
Yeah.
Total trill. Destroying everything. Stealing posters, stealing food, stealing chocolate, stealing the arcade machines. Disgrace. Nah, all good fun and banter. Let's talk about the film then. So the film starts off with the Eternals, well, with some people on Earth, this geezer and his son, and they're killing fish, and then this big, massive, weird-looking thing comes out and bites his dad and grabs him and eats him. Then he runs off, and then the Eternals come down and go pew 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 pew. Just straight away, it's shown that these what are they called? Deviants. And the Eternals are coming down to save the day. Good people, So it's shown, damn, they're like putting their lives on the line. But you think, why didn't they do anything when everything else was happening on Earth? And these are two very interesting discussion points I found with the film. The stuff about, should we let the big hand destroy the world? And also, should we try and mind control the humans to stop killing each other? Two very interesting discussion points right there that are raised in the film. But yeah, then we get to present day, and one of the Lady Eternals. I can't remember everyone's name off the top of my head.
Cersei, isn't it?
Oh yeah, okay. Cersei, she's teaching a class, and then an earthquake happens, and she saves one of the students. And Jon Snow comes in, and he's like, "Oh yes, let's go
It's
out."
like some weird like fan fiction. You're saying Jon Snow and
let's go out later, shall we, Cersei? And then she's like, "All right then." And then they go clubbing, and then the small Eternals pretends to be a woman, and then transforms back to a kid, and then walks off. And then she says, "Are we gonna go now?" And then Cersei's like, "All right then." And what's cool so far, I'm going to say a few things I like and dislike about it so far. What I like is the stuff when it's normal life, but then it just turns into a Marvel film with the earthquakes. I feel like we need more of the normal life stuff and not like action being thrown at us. I would have liked a bit more build up, and I would have liked stuff to happen more in the present instead of... I get why they did it all over history, but we can make those assumptions for ourselves. There were cool scenes and all, but also I feel like there's too many Eternals as well. Because with a lot of things, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, four of them can talk, and one of them just says, "I am Groot." With the Avengers, we had loads of build-up films, so we knew everything that they were about. And look at the Justice League failing, and I mean with Suicide Squad, that was just peak banter, and we only focused on 5 people in Suicide. Or well, then the Colonel came in. Point being, I felt like there was just too many characters. Oh, George is here. All right, George.
Oh, look, it's cheap, James. I can't spend £13.
All right, I'm going to debunk George's argument straight away right now. George was putting in the chat earlier saying about, I don't see the point of spending money at a pub when, but he's fine with people spending thousands of pounds at Odeon and Odeon robbing the public.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
That's completely different. That's completely different. I'll tell you why.
Or 13 quid is
how many pubs that we can get?
Exactly. So
he's going to end up doxing us, isn't he?
We're not going to dox James.
No, you'd be banished off the podcast forever. And I can dox you as well. So
I know. I wouldn't care. I like you.
So you wouldn't care if 1 million delivery drivers were giving you loads of food?
Of course you wouldn't.
You'd eat it all.
Why would I complain about food?
But then you have to pay like £10,000 because they've sent a delivery driver to your house.
I'll just send them to you then. No,
that isn't how it works. If you've eaten all the food, you have to pay for it.
It's good value for money. £10,000 a week for food.
You wouldn't pay for it because you wouldn't pay for it.
Exactly. George has been proved wrong again. Anyway, can we get to the film? So, actually, Ben, what do you think of all the stuff about the film? What do you think of the stuff about the film, where we are at the story so far, like the opening scene and the stuff in the class and the nightclub?
I thought it was interesting for like a slice of life human side of things. Problem is, I think it does get a bit slow because they do a lot of talking and moving around and stuff. But yeah,
I mean, I feel like the Eternals all bounced off each other very nicely, to be honest. The comedy was pretty good as well. I love that geezer who walked around with a camera and they were trying to film a documentary. It reminded me a lot of Manny from GTA 4. If any of you have played GTA 4, he just runs around like an idiot with his camera mate, and then they both get shot at the end. Quite sad. And then they keep breaking this guy's camera in the film, and he keeps having a good replacement. So proper film bloke right there.
Where was he keeping all them cameras?
Maybe up his arse. Yeah.
Well, he did have a big bag with him, so.
Oh yeah, probably in the big bag there.
I mean, it could be up his arse for all we know.
I'm surprised how he survived all that trekking because he's quite an old guy. He doesn't look like he's in mad shape, and they didn't have any food with him, so that's a bit crazy. But there you go. George, what did you think to this point in the film then?
At this point, because I've watched it twice now. I think it was good. I think with the back in time stuff that could have shortened that down.
Yeah.
And then it is about a 3-hour movie. When you're watching that for the second time, it really does that. Like I know you were saying that with the first time you watched it, you thought it was quite a slow movie as well, didn't you?
It was really nice to be honest. What was the issue with it? The villain was absolutely naff. That geezer who, deviant geezer who could talk. He barely did anything. Then he had a goofy death at the end where he just sliced up like a tit.
He wasn't really the villain, was he?
Yeah, I guess Rob Stark was the villain. I need to look up the actor's name. Rob Stark, actor, the Scottish guy.
He was in Rocket Man, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah. He played Elton John's manager, didn't he? So
it's basically Elton John is the villain of the MCU.
that would be absolutely hilarious. To be honest. I think at this phase he'd be an absolutely legendary villain. If I'm being brutally honest with you. So yeah, dropping rockets on everyone. Elton John.
And if he's still be standing.
Oh no!
Ben,
Oh no!
where Ben?
Oh, right. Okay. That was more dear.
Because he showed it.
I've got
Because I looked at it. This is your second most popular video, and it's an iconic image.
I know it is.
Oh yeah, the Pepper Army one. Yeah.
Yeah.
James,
Now
put
look-
to me.
That's just
Oh
as deep.
no!
We go shirtless as well.
I think you were, yeah. I think you just popped up. There you go.
Oh yeah, the poster. Yeah.
One of 4,000.
George, what do you do with the other 20 million posters you have anyway?
This.
You just them all.
There you go. They've got a massive pile here. And when my fingers are there. That's just a massive pile of posters right there.
What a joke. I mean, that is just bonkers. That is just absolutely bonkers. I don't even know what to say. And George is still.
The James Bond one that I found. Big one.
Is that the one you stole from the side of a certain cinema when they were trying to show it?
I found it.
Oh yeah, that's what they all say.
Yeah. You found it. Ripped it off the wall.
Got the pliers and pulled off the frame. It slid right out.
It still had the string of lights attached to it, George. Connected to the mains. Nearly got electrocuted.
Yeah, I did think of it.
All right. But yeah, something weird about the film though. It seemed really practical and cool in some parts, and the CGI seemed great. But then in other parts, the CGI fell off. Like, you know, when that Cersei is walking around in that black room, and there's a bunch of other Cerseis there that are robots. The CGI looked really bad. Then I was like, what? The CGI is just really inconsistent. It doesn't matter. It's not a biggie, but it's sort of like it sort of takes you out of a bit. You think like, what's going on here? You know.
It kind of, but I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah, I'm finally in.
Ole, 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 ole.
I was waiting like 4 minutes.
Oh shit!
Oh, I did see. Sorry, I saw that I was muted.
I should have commented on the chat first because I commented on the group chat and then I messaged you, James, as well. But
yeah, what were you saying, George?
I don't know if you watched it, but the first episode of the documentary since it came back, but there's a scene right at the beginning of episode 1, and it was pretty green screen, and it looked like that. It looks so rigid and jagged. It looked just like that, and how bad that was.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about it, you got a massive Marvel movie to a 57-year-old 58 in a couple of days, and you see how bad the CGI is in both of them, and you can tell straight away in both of them that it's CGI.
Yeah,
it's just CGI very badly.
But yeah, I mean, as I say, there was some good comedy in the film, but it was ridiculously long. I like how all the characters go off and do different things, though. I like how the Irish geezer, he was like, I'm going and I'm going to take over all these humans and all that jazz. Obviously, the Cersei lady was like, oh, man, I'm going to go and chill in London. George, can you change your photo?
I don't know what you mean.
Rob Stark. I need to remember his real name. Let's have a look. Richard Maiden. There we go. Richard Maiden.
Richard Maiden.
Richard Madden.
Oh, Madden. Richard Madden. Richard Madden flew off and did his own thing. That one dude started a family.
The blue guy.
Oh, yeah, and the big strong guy. He went and looked after that Angelina Jolie. So
Thena.
Yeah. Oh, goodness sake.
What was that?
I think it was Ben's fantasy since he turned his hair blonde.
Well, you know.
But yeah, so they all went off and did that. Who else went off and did stuff?
Sorry.
Again, the blue guy. I forget his name. No, the blue guy.
Icarus.
Icarus, yeah.
Yeah. Does he look a bit like Bucky?
Who?
I don't know if you can see that.
Tiny bit, yeah.
Tiny bit.
Yeah, but couldn't you say that about most people if they just got hair like him and around the same age?
Well, that's just being racist at that point.
What?
Okay.
That's a wild accusation you're putting towards Aaron George.
I mean, I don't know what I could say back, but
if you're saying a group of people look like the same person, definitely when you go to like an Asian country.
Oh no, it's going to be racy.
You're getting us in trouble now. You've got to stop with this madness.
No.
Anyway, Liam, we haven't. He didn't start it. He just said they look similar. Anyway, Liam, what's your thoughts on the film so far at the bit that we're at?
So, which bit have you got to? I heard what you're talking about. But...
So, we jumped all over the place, but currently, I'll just talk about it as a whole then. Things you liked, things you didn't like, all that jazz.
I suppose, like, the fight scenes had some cool stuff in them. But like I've said, I wasn't a fan of the pacing, and I just thought it was too long. Didn't need to be that long. A lot happened, and there's a lot to take in. And a lot of the time, I just sort of zoned out. I mean, I know you mentioned the CGI. I suppose, yeah. I mean, it was sort of good in places, but not so good in others. The characters were interesting, to be fair. But yeah, there was a lot to establish, and but yeah, like I said as well, like I said to you all, I'd say it was average overall.
Fair enough. I'm trying to think what else was really cool. I suppose that when you find out they're all robots and all their memories get stored, and you do realise that they're not indestructible, because the geezer says to him, the big bloke, he's like, all right then, like the big robot geezer, he's like, you're not indestructible.
Is that one of the Celestials?
Yeah. He's like, your mind will go pistol mental in the end. You will go mad and you'll forget everything because you can't handle 7,000 years of memories. Then obviously we get the reveal that they were just like farting around at different places for all these years. They go to one planet, then that get took it by a hand, then another planet. But they want to try and save this planet. And the way she saved it, I mean, by freezing the whole hand. The climax of the story was, I thought it was pretty good. But I don't know, like, I liked how the Irish geese.
I thought it was very anticlimactic.
Fair enough. I get why you'd think that. But I mean, I suppose the whole world's on the line, but you sort of know that the world isn't going to get blown up, don't you?
Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's all. The whole thing was just very, very. The pacing was way off, wasn't it? Just absolutely.
Yeah.
Because one minute there'd be everything happening, then they'd just be walking down a road, and then it would be
for ages.
And then some pointless conversation, and then it's back here again. And it was really annoying as well, because they just seemed to hop between all different parts of the world in like no time at all. It seemed like.
Yeah, they went all over the world in this film.
Yeah.
Where did they go?
I mean, for parts that should have sort of dragged out a bit, they happened instantly. And for parts that should have happened sort of instantly, they dragged it out a lot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think where they did set it, because I know when they found the ship, where they re-emerge like themselves and that. I'm not gonna make any jokes. Don't worry. I'm trying to think of well. I kind of think of that. I think they made a place as well for it.
I don't think they did. It was all real. Well, back in when they were in the past, it was obviously countries and areas that don't exist anymore, like Mesopotamia, I think it was.
Yeah.
Which,
And Babylonia.
And oh yeah, well obviously that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, Babylon. Yeah.
What's Babylon mean?
Rivers of Babylon.
Babylon.
It's an ancient place.
Well, you have the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which is one of the 7 wonders, isn't it? Or was?
That's how they came up with Babylon 5.
There's another one, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah, hold on. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh,
Yeah, it's an ancient city.
Yeah, I just like there's another one that went, which isn't place anymore.
But yeah, I think one thing about I know we've been all over the place, but at the start of the movie, it just seemed like a lot of stuff happened that you didn't really get any explanation for, and it just sort of really dragged from there. Just really, really dragged. And,
I suppose.
And I think that's probably one of the biggest issues. Really, is just the pacing. And also, it was odd because I feel like the way that they jump between like the present day and stuff that happened in the past, it was a bit. It just seemed like a way to pad the movie out. Like you could have cut most of that flashback stuff out and saved about an hour off the movie.
You just around all the time, didn't it?
Yeah, that was a bit annoying. I think. Yeah.
Because they spent ages in was that Babylon? They spent ages just talking about. Basically nothing at the end of at the end of that scene.
I don't know. Can't remember. At the same time, like this film is setting up completely new characters who hadn't been in the MCU before, and it was it was a really long film, and it's just a lot to take in as well, especially when you're watching it for the first time.
Yeah, I think it's one of those movies you're gonna really, really struggle to. It's like when people do like MCU watches of like phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're going to find it really hard to get through this movie, I think, when they watch it in order.
Yeah, it's hard to just watch it twice, like it in the span of a week.
I guess they could, but would a lot of people want to watch it twice? That's the thing.
Thing is, though, it doesn't offer you anything like any of the other Marvel films do, I think.
Yeah.
Because with this one, I don't want to jump to it straight because I'll leave that to the end, but the post-credit scene set up stuff for the future, but also the movie is very cheesy, I think, in the way. It's like there's one point in it where it's obviously setting up for future Eternals movies where it's like, all right, these are a box full of your memories. So you know they're gonna come back to that and get the memories back.
Yeah. Well, I was telling you guys my theory that the ones that died in this movie, they're not actually dead because they're robots, and they've got all their memories stored away, which they can probably go and save them, because I guess that's where the Celestial would be taking them back to that UK.
It's possible, yeah. The only thing is that I mean, it was interesting that they killed off some of the main characters in the film, especially as it was just their first film. But then if they could bring them back, which they have sort of done, or they've sort of like reversed certain things in the MCU, but I mean, I know we haven't seen those characters for long, but I just don't know whether that'd be a good move to bring them back. So I feel like, because then it's like, does anyone really die? You know?
Yeah, it's like what happened didn't mean much. You know?
Yeah,
I think that's the issue with a lot of the timeline stuff. The MCU's going down now. It's you made this option, but it doesn't really matter because we can just reverse it later on.
We can just bring them back and do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, it can be a bit annoying. Yeah. To be fair.
It's good for the time and gets you hyped up. It's like between Infinity War and Endgame, we're like, damn, they've all been zapped away, whoa! And then they just come back next year. Even though we all know they're going to come back next year, we want to see how they're going to come back. So That was a decent bit.
Mm. Yeah.
But yeah, what else is there really to say about the film? I mean, as George said, the final scene, as much as I did find it like a good fight scene, it was a bit anticlimactic. As Aaron said, the pacing's all over the gaff. I guess Richard Maiden being the villain,
Madden.
you know, like, huh?
Madden.
Oh, Madden.
Yeah.
Isn't that what I said? But then you corrected me.
You said Maiden, and then I said
okay.
Madden because Aaron joked Richard Madeley as well.
Yeah. But the thing is, I like as well how he, you know, when he gets defeated, his ego
There's
isn't
some
so
Dobby in him now.
I have
Well,
no idea what you just said then, George.
I
No, I
like
don't.
how when he got defeated, he didn't whine and moan. He didn't whine and moan or anything. He just was like this, and then he flew into the sun, and that was the end.
Well, I said that to you in the cinema as a joke when I was going to fly into the sun. Then he actually did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
came over.
Well, what's his name? Kit Harington. At the start of the film, he spoke about Icarus flying too close to the sun, didn't he, or something like that?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Ben, you're really quiet. Yeah. Speak up! Speak up!
What about now?
So at least you have Dobby and at least you have Dobby in one direction in the MCU now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's just skip to the post-credit scene. I mean, no, before that, I want to talk about two things. What do you guys think of them trying to take over human minds? Because that's one of the cool discussions. Do you think that Irish guy's right? Because all those people are lunatics, but at the same time, it takes away their humanity. And they could just do that for the whole of the universe, so everyone's a drone. But what do you guys think?
It sort of defeats the purpose of the Eternals, then, doesn't it? Well, it sort of defeats the purpose of them doing anything. Because what's the point of bringing life if they're just going to control all of it straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not meant to intervene unless they have to, I guess.
Yeah, which is kind of one of the.
I mean,
I just thought of something.
What?
George is about to waste his money on a collecting scam, and they come down and say, "Stop! You can't do this."
It's good value for money. No, George, no.
Value! What would you think if an Eternal tried to stop you, George? What would you do?
I'd suck their power out and become one.
But you know,
some of them do get something dry.
This isn't helping what you're saying, George.
I think I've got far enough.
Anyway, yeah, and there's another
so.
discussion. Oh yeah, Ben, what do you think? What do you think, man?
Of the ending.
No, I mean the mind control discussion, like the Irish guy controlling everyone.
Well, I really liked Druig, the Irish guy. He was one of the more, I think he had one of the better performances of the cast.
Yeah, he was quite good
to watch. Especially when he does the thing where he jumps over and shoots the deviant from above. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And when he came in and bonked that girl on the head who was going to kill
Oh god, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was quite legendary.
My guess is that he was intended to be the red herring villain, like because he seems quite sinister in his like dark suit and his powers of controlling, and he has a disagreement with the rest of them from early on. So you probably think, oh, you know, he's going to be the villain or something. He might turn against them. But
yeah, maybe.
To be fair, it was interesting how Richard Madden ended up being a villain, or you know, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was sort of an interesting twist. Yeah.
It's because they made him out. They kept saying throughout the film, "Oh, you're the strongest one." So, I mean, I saw it quite early on. I think I said to you, James, when we were watching it, about I think he's gonna. Or did I say afterwards? I think he's gonna turn or something.
He said afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, damn! I didn't." I thought he was a bit sussy, but I didn't. I thought they'd have someone else as the villain.
Yeah, because well, it's just I thought the way they kept making them out like, oh, you're the strongest one of us. It's going to be one of them like Fantastic Four, you know, the 2016 one where it's like we can't defeat him on our own, but all together we can. Like one of them sort of things. I thought it's going to be like
the power of
TV thing.
Rockman and Flamethrower.
Stretchy Man and Rockman defeat everyone.
Is that Among Us in the Marvel movie?
Oh no.
What?
Anyway,
It's like Among Us in Marvel movie.
Oh, fuck! Not Among Us. Jesus Christ.
what do you think about like that bloke wanting to destroy the world with the big hand?
You mean this? You mean this Celestial coming, being born out of the earth?
Yeah.
He's not just a big hand; he's like an actual full body.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I was just saying,
I
like,
keep forgetting to call him or her a celestial.
Them.
Them.
I was going to say because they wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have they for a Celestial.
Yeah.
Well, what did you say, Aaron?
I said they wouldn't have a gender. Would they just be it? Because it's like
Oh yeah.
it's above
Probably,
that, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
They don't need to reproduce. They just grow new ones, I guess.
Yeah. But I think with the hand discussion, like obviously the Eternals are totally right, aren't they? You know, you've got to look after the life on Earth. Well, that you're looking after. You know, if someone said, "All right, you know, we're gonna destroy the whole Earth, but then new humans will come along," you'd say no because there's a load of people here now chilling out and having a laugh. So, you know, if the Celestials didn't want the people to live, then they should have just not gone there sent the Eternals there in the first place. So.
Yeah.
I think it's odd as well because they keep making out. I mean, I know the Celestials say it, the Eternals say it, but they keep making out like Earth's like this special place, and they don't know why and all this.
Yeah.
So why does everyone want to blow it up then and get rid of it?
Exactly.
You say the Eternals giving the Celestials a helping hand.
Yeah. Anyway, the big hand now. Not the big hand, sorry. The credit scenes, let's talk about. Oh, wait, no, that big bloke, the Celestial, he grabs them all and sends them off. So I suppose that leads up to a decent sequel, doesn't it? Where they've got to try and find where the Celestial sent them to. So
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Probably.
But yeah, let's
talk about Dobby. About Dobby now.
Yeah, the after credits. Yeah, go on, George. The floor's yours.
So we've got Drunk Dobby and One Direction.
Just put it on me.
Wait, is that all you've got to say, George?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to tell people who was in it.
I recognise the geezer's voice.
I thought it was Seth Rogen, the voice of it. But I know he's not.
How the voice fit.
But
or Donkey Kong.
But yeah, so in the cinema, Harry Styles shows up and he's like, "I'm in this. Look at me." And I mean, sorry, in the film, he says, "Oh, look at me, Thanos, his brother." And then I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is just a bit saft, but I suppose it's whatever. New person into it. Harry Styles wants to act, or what would you think if in his first Marvel film he says, "I'm Thanos' brother," and gets in a dress and goes, "Wah, wah, wah, wah." What would you think?
It'd be a strange new direction for the MCU.
When they said that, I was going to say, they said about him being Thanos' brother before the show displayed. Now, I don't know if I'm the only one who thought he would have been powerful like Thanos if they were brothers.
No.
Yeah, but Thanos has a sister, doesn't she? And she's more human-like or something.
Yeah, his siblings aren't like it's the same species, are they? They look different to him.
Yeah, because he's got that disease, hasn't he? Is it like, I forgot what it's called, but he makes him not appear like other people. He's meant to be like an outcast from birth.
He kills his own mother. Yeah.
I have no idea what George said.
Barney the dinosaur, something about Barney the dinosaur blowing up the earth.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. He's got Barney the dinosaur disease. He just turns purple.
Anyway, then there was another credit scene where Kit Harington was like, "Oh,
Barney in the MCU.
but
If
there was
George
another
says
credit
Barney
scene.
again, just kick him out.
There was another credit scene.
Yeah, kick him.
There
Yes,
was
there we
another
go.
credit scene where Jon Snow was looking at the sword and he was like touching the. He's like, "Oh no!" Oh, and then he said, "That's a bit too hot for you, isn't it, son?" And then it went to black. It was something like that, wasn't it?
Oh
He
yeah,
said,
yeah.
That's
Something Mr. Whitman.
yeah.
Oh, because they're teasing Blade, aren't they? I always forget his name. He was out as the what's that film? The one with Viggo Mortensen, the driver.
Yeah, Green Book.
The Green. That's it. I was thinking the Green Mile. That's Tom Hanks, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she was in that as well.
Yeah, he's called Mahershala Ali.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I watched Green Book. It's
The
good film.
Blade is now in the MCU.
Yeah, it won an Oscar, didn't it, for best film? So
Yeah, I know, it won an Oscar,
best
yeah.
motion picture.
But he was good, yeah, I liked it.
Good stuff. I've been trying to learn all the winners of like the best Oscars and best motion pictures, and I think I like films, but like I see other films on there. I think that film should have won. Why didn't The Wolf of Wall Street get the 2013 one? So annoying.
Spider-Verse should have been nominated for Best Picture, I think.
Yeah, that was sick. Spider-Verse is a very great film.
I'm talking about Spider-Man though. It was revealed that they're going to be doing an origin story for Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, it's called. Oh, is it Neighborhood or something like that?
No, it's called Shit from Home, isn't it? Or Two Steps from Home.
No, freshman year. Yeah, and it's going to be 2D
That's
animated.
it, yeah.
Which sounds cool.
I was going to be 2D animated.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about this.
But it was announced with all like the Disney stuff the other day.
Ah, okay.
I think what would be good, him and Ned are building a Lego set, and then the spider flies. The spider flies in and bites Peter Parker on the foot, and then he goes ah and kicks the Lego set and it falls over, and Ned goes no, and then that's the end of the film. I think that'd be
What are you going to say? They turn into Lego? It's 2D.
Imagine.
And that's how Ned became Hobgoblin.
What? Ned returned the Hobgoblin? What do you mean?
So Ned turns into a beer, and Peter Parker can't drink it because he's under the legal limit.
George, what are you going on about? Ned turns into a Hobgoblin?
Oh no, yeah, there's a villain called Hobgoblin where in the comics Ned turns into him. But it's not going to happen in the MCU because the character is just completely different. No sense.
I didn't realise Ned was in the comics. I thought he was just like this new geezer that they came up with out of the blue.
He's more similar to Ganke, Miles Morales' friend. Or Gonke, however you pronounce it.
Fair enough. But yeah, so hopefully Kit Harington's in Blade. That should be cool. Let's just give the scores. I'll give this a 6.8, a bit below average.
7.5.
Okay.
It might slip to a 7 because I haven't rewatched it. You know.
So, yeah.
I'll give it a 6.
George.
6.9.
Wow.
George.
Wait, 9?
6.9.
George.
6.9.
Oh, 6.9.
Okay. I thought you said either 9 or 0.9. I was like, two very different scores.
George.
Yeah.
George. So 6.9. What would you give it?
I'd probably give it a 6, but if it was an hour shorter, I'd give it a 7.
Fair enough.
I probably agree, yeah.
Well, actually, I'll probably, now that I think about it, it's probably a 6.7 instead, actually, now that I think about it. Not a 6.8.
See, here's the thing. I think either they should have reduced the amount of characters or given the film like 20 extra minutes to focus on some of those characters. Because in its current state, it's just a bit... There's a bit of a struggle to focus on.
I think if more Dobby was in it, it would have been better.
Definitely. And
Dobby?
The issue is the film's way too long as well. It's like the second longest. It's the second longest film.
Did you say Dobby?
Yeah, you know, the little goblin bloke at the end.
Oh, yeah. No, Pip the Troll, played by Patton Oswalt. Yeah, that's really cool. because he was rumored to be in Infinity War, and people thought it was Peter Dinklage because obviously Peter Dinklage is like, you know,
Midget.
yeah, he was, you know.
Anyway, let's move on to who wants to be a millionaire. I've got a questionnaire. Let's see if all of our 5 brains combined can become millionaires. So,
All right.
No.
And if we can't, then we.
well, it's,
I'll be surprised if we get 500.
It's a docu.
Right, so what time
sorry.
Yeah,
Please.
docudrama. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
George
That's
will probably put Looney Tunes.
I was thinking Looney Tunes for a second.
A cement
Flowers.
box. Well, that has happened to me, but it wasn't at a funeral, and it wasn't at not a wedding. Sorry.
Yeah, bouquet flowers.
He was in the centre of town, wasn't it, Aaron?
Yeah, it's when I got chased, as I told you, James.
I put this through A though.
So we're
That's
currently
all right.
on. We got past £200.
Oh, this is American. It's American. It's bloody dollars.
It's
Oh,
okay.
shit.
1 million is worth less than £1. £1 million.
Right. Which of these organisations?
Collection agency.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Final answer, everyone. Collection agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just saying we like time.
And there we go.
Right, we're on 500 quid now. We'll get.
We need to get to £1,000 because that's 200 quid each.
English language. How many days of the week begin with the same letter as another day?
4. Because Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh yeah. Everyone want to go for them final answer?
Yeah, I don't know what the question's asking, to be honest. But yeah.
Well, I trust Liam's intelligence.
Yep.
There we go.
Boom.
Right, £1,000 now. In the USA, how are 2 eggs ordered over easy typically prepared? Oh, wouldn't you guess fried?
Would it be? Oh, what easy's really runny? So what's just above runny? Would that be
Wouldn't it?
boiled? I'm not sure.
It's fried.
I'm not.
Fried. You sure, Ben?
I'm sure.
Yes, Ben.
Yes.
I thought it was at first, but then, yeah, wasn't sure. An American historical figure, John Brown, is famous for fighting against what in the night? I'd like to. Well,
I think it's slavery.
Yeah, you'd think slavery because of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can picture him. I think. Yeah.
What do you think, Ben?
I'd go. Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
Well, 3 of us think slavery. George, what do you think? Oh, let's go for slavery.
I don't want to make a joke.
George,
no.
Lads, we're on.
Yes, got it.
Abolitionist.
Right, which of these is not a removable item in a board game? Tennis elbow. Oh shit, I've got no clue.
Oh, it's D. D.
Is
Right.
it right of cram? Because I don't think that's the right thing.
You sure?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I've got no idea how to play Operation.
Makes sense actually because there's right.
No, tennis elbow!
Oh, okay.
No!
Oh no. We got
damn.
$4,000.
We got.
I didn't-
It was $2,000, wasn't it? Oh shit, we have 50-50 in lifelines. I forgot. Bloody hell.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we could have used.
You want to give it another go then, lads? We got to $4,000 last time or $2,000. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go then. So we'll give it 3 attempts. So this is the
I think
second
it's E. Book a beach getaway.
E.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Class.
But yeah. Okay, man.
A class by itself, is that an American saying? Because don't we say
A league of its own order.
yeah or
Man's meat
kind of
is
thing.
another man's poison, isn't it, or dessert? I don't know.
I don't know. I think.
I've never heard of this.
one man's
These
meat
have a
is another
VLC.
DLC,
man's-
sure. Well, don't cheat. Bloody hell.
Is it poison? I feel like like
Yeah,
poison
it's
sounds right. Is he?
Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
Well, I found that out, but I wasn't going to say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which
curious.
of these trees has
Pine, isn't it?
needles?
Is it
Pine,
pine?
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Pine. My ass, thank you.
Pine tree, mouse. Which of the following animal names means
Ape.
to imitate or mimic? Yeah, ape. Yeah,
It's got to be, hasn't it? Yeah.
has to be. Snake is snaking. Bear. I don't know what the hell bear mean. And horse means you just go "Brrr" all the time. So.
Mm.
Oh,
Buffoon, isn't it?
What this is a
Well, we say this all the time, don't we? You buffoon and all that.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay, it makes sense.
Mm.
which
Cornea.
bloody hell, Ben, you're smart.
That makes
Wait,
sense.
George is asking to be added back. Should we add him back?
Nah, we need to concentrate. So sorry.
Good idea.
Oh.
He's in the
For the
start
third go,
spamming.
for the third go, you can come back, George. Right, which of these characters occasionally has vision? How are we meant to? We're not going to know this. Do you want to go 50-50?
The dancing baby. What the
I'd go
hell?
50-50, yeah, because
Yeah, 50-50.
Oh shit! What do we go for?
Oh,
God, who the
no.
hell are they?
the Dana Scully's from X-Files. Ally McBeal is
Ah.
from Ally McBeal, and she's a lawyer, so I guess it'd have to be the one from X-Files, maybe.
But
I
Dana,
suppose it probably makes sense, wouldn't it? Because X Files has got like weird stuff
One
in it.
man,
and all
aye.
that.
Let's hope.
Dana Scully.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh.
Ah.
4 grand again.
They're
though.
all American questions, aren't they? Really?
Very
Next
much
time we're
so.
not sure. We just need to go all in with the.
We need George here to give us the
Yeah.
answers.
So we
Why
kicked
would
you
you-
out, George. You deserve
Why
to
would
come
you
back.
see visions with dancing baby? What kind of pedophile shit is that?
Well, I suppose the X Files is.
I knew that answer.
Serious.
No, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
George, that doesn't help your
I knew
YouTube
that.
claims.
All right. What is this? It's class, yeah.
Oh, God,
well
audio's
done.
question.
50-50. Phone a friend.
Ask the audience.
Spinning it's spinning a yarn, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Isn't it like a
Spinning a fidget spinner. It's a modern phrase.
According to popular phrase, an overly excited person is said to be
Raving mad.
raving
Yeah.
mad,
yeah.
Naked.
Start raving naked.
That,
Yeah.
that's why I don't have my webcam. I'm joking.
What automat? George, do you know this?
Oh, that's
Please
Chrysler,
tell me you
isn't
know
it?
this.
What? Let's have a look. What
That's
was yeah, Clive, that's
Oh,
right.
Wait, I'm not gonna say the next one. Should we let George choose the next one?
I mean, if it's something we all know. Oh, what is the wife of a Caesar called?
Oh, I think I know this one, but I won't say it.
Is it this
It's
one?
not. It's not A. It's not A.
No.
You sure? Oh, okay. Well, how many seconds have we got? Aaron. Just give us the answer, Aaron.
I'm fairly sure it's C. I'm fairly
I
sure
thought.
it is.
I think so. Yeah.
Just Google it.
No.
Because if you think like Prince, and then it's Princess, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I had a
no.
feeling it might have been that. I had a feeling about
Oh
that one.
no!
Ocarina
Oh.
of Time.
Oh,
right.
I'm gonna have to retire from the podcast. Goodbye, everyone.
No, one last go, and we'll use the live. All right. What is the?
Tickle pink.
I never thought I'd hear you
round.
say those.
Speed round.
I never thought I'd hear you say those.
Me.
I tried to do the Ron laugh, or the person laugh then, but
A
What?
person who means to get
Or
to-
by nail, isn't it? I think it's
Yeah.
nail.
yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
It's the only one that sounds like normal. I think.
By nail. Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Oh, it rhymes, but
Are you
hook
having
or
a
crook?
laugh?
Oh, damn it.
1,000.
Oh, that's right.
Easy, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. I just wish the questions wouldn't take 20 million years to load. That's what annoys me about this interactive game. Stores and restaurants.
Service.
No, they're giving us easy questions now. They feel bad for us.
Yeah. Until it reaches like 6.
I'm just waiting for
Stand-up comedian.
at this point.
Cheers, Ben. Your TV knowledge
Yeah,
coming into good use.
What's the deal with airline food? It's not airline. It's not food.
Oh, that's where that comes from. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What piece of US currency is common? Oh, shh.
Oh.
There's a fin.
Yeah, let's
Right,
do 50.
Tyler.
The audience.
Oh.
D. Let's go for D.
Oh,
then.
yeah. Gotta be D. Or probably.
I was
they get
right.
it wrong, it's gonna be
Right,
Libby.
Makes
Tyler.
sense because F5 in has a similar name, doesn't it?
Yes, I got it right. I did say five. That was right.
Which of these? Oh, shit.
Um,
It's C or D, isn't it?
It's not savoury because that's what you describe
You
something
sure?
as being, isn't it? Or is that a different type?
Pungent.
It's
Hearty.
not potent, is it? I don't know. It's a feeling, but I don't
I
know.
never heard of any of these being a herb.
I
Let's
haven't.
50 it.
Oh, we're doing it earlier.
Oh no, potent's gone.
Oh no.
Let's go for Hearty then. You want to go for
Yeah,
Hearty?
yeah,
or?
hearty. Hearty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah.
Well, the most we got, but we'll have to do this in another time.
Mm.
Let's
Or
just phone
maybe
a friend.
see if there's a British version, maybe if there is one.
Your friend says, "Sorry, I don't know anything about this topic," and that's what comes up. All right.
Wait, so just
I just wasted
That
it.
was useless then. That was useless. Well, let's move on to the segments then. So the first segment is one we started last podcast. It's called The Fartist. So what it is, I come up with mad riddles, and you have to guess what the artist is by the first initial or second initial, depending on what it is. So I'll do one for you, Aaron, then one for Ben. If you don't know it, pass it to another person, and then one for George or Liam if they want. Where the hell is
Yeah.
riddles? I'm trying to find the riddles now.
Oh, so who's going first? Me, Ben, or anyone else? Or
Here we go. All right. This is the first one, Aaron. The furry created animals too much and got taken to court. No, the furry caressed the animals too much and got taken to court and thrown in prison. B.
It sounds like the stuff of a pen.
There's two initials in it.
Oh, there's two. I can't think of any bands.
Three
Begin with the letter-
guesses.
What bands begin with the letter B?
Under artist.
Was it the furry?
The furry caressed the animals too much and got taken to court and thrown in prison. B, but there's a second initial, so B then something else.
Okay, so if it's a furry and it did something to animals, would it be? Oh no, this is. Would it be the Bee Gees? No. That was a question. I couldn't think of anything.
Two guesses left.
Right.
If I say the initials, it'll be too easy. You'll get it instantly. So
All right, if I know
Really,
it's
no,
Um,
you can't say anything to help Aaron.
the fur.
I wouldn't help him.
B. And something about furry. This is going to get clipped, isn't it? Everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to waste people's time here. I'm going to have to just think one on the spot.
There'll be a higher up game talk about furries.
What band are you going to do? I can't think of any. Is it the Beach Boys? No, I know that's not it. I was just couldn't think of anything. I want to use all my guesses though.
Oh, I think I type of bug.
What was the thing? The furry caresses an animal too much, gets thrown in prison.
The furry caressed the animals too much and got taken to court and thrown in prison. B.
I have absolutely no idea.
All right, I'll tell you. All right, then that's not a win, but I'll give you both the initials BB. So you've got it now.
I don't know.
You didn't know? Oh, I thought it would have been easy.
No, I have no idea.
The Beastie Boys, Bestiality.
Oh, Oh no, I wouldn't have got that. I don't really know who they are, to be honest.
I thought you knew about him because, no sleep till Brooklyn and you gotta fight for your right to party.
I've never heard of them songs.
Junkie Monkey. And their song gets played at the start of Star Trek 2009 as well, the Sabotage song. All right, then. The next question is for Ben. I felt ill, so the doctor shoved a thermometer. No. The patient felt ill, so the doctor shoved a thermometer up their arse, and they weren't ill anymore, and they felt better. The initials are TC. I'll give you both the initials for this one. I think you'll get this easy now. I should have just said C.
TC.
Yeah. You're gonna get this easy. Oh no.
I don't know. That's okay.
3 guesses. Or you can pass it to George or Aaron if you don't know.
No, I'll guess. I'll guess. TC. I'm trying to get bands. Is the first word the?
I can't say. You're just gonna have to guess.
So the patient was ill, so the doctor shoved a thermometer up his arse. He felt better.
I'll read it to you again. The patient felt ill, so the doctor shoved a thermometer up their arse. Then they weren't feeling ill anymore. They felt better.
I can't think of any bands besides maybe the Chainsmokers, but that's obviously not going to.
I think George knows who it is. No, he doesn't.
I've got to pass it over to George. He's very close to his
webcam. George, who do you think it is then?
I can't think. I'll move in a minute. I don't know why, but I was thinking the Who, but that won't be it.
It's TC, not TW.
Bloody hell. Well, Aaron, do you have any guesses?
I have one guess.
Ben already said the Chainsmokers. Oh. Ben already said I was going to guess the game. All right, that's one guess down then. All right,
if this isn't it, I don't know what it is. Is it The Cure?
Yes!
Is it? Yes, I thought it was.
Fuck, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Well done, yeah. All right, the third one, this is for you, George. Actually, George and Liam.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Oh,
this is a really easy one, by the way. The physics teacher accidentally shocked himself because he was a crap teacher. Boom! And the initials are A.
Say it again.
The physics teacher accidentally shocked himself because he was a no, okay. The physics right. The physics teacher accidentally shocked himself because he was a crap teacher. Boom! The initials are A.
I've got nothing.
And is this a band again?
Yeah, no, band or artist. It can be a band or artist.
I'm thinking of some sort of Atom Bomb or.
I don't think there's a band called Atom Bomb, but if you is
I
that
don't know. No.
All right, do you want to pass it on to Ben and Aaron or?
No.
I think we'll have to. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Aaron, what do you think?
I'm still thinking. Not yet. No.
So if it begins with A, it's like...
No.
Does that count as a guess? Because he's already passed on to me. Or...
Yeah. No.
What bands are you giving me like A? Or people?
It's really easy, Aaron.
Well, I'll be easy for you, but.
As I lay dying?
No. Well, no. Aaron needs. Oh wait, that's one guess then. So one guess down, 2 more guesses.
So it's a physics teacher who blows himself up, basically. And shot, boom! Because I keep thinking of a physics teacher that we always used to say.
Of that physics teacher.
Yeah.
But it's more. Look, just guess.
I have absolutely no idea.
Ben, you can't look up the answer. Don't look up.
I'm not looking at the answer. AC/DC.
Yeah, well done. Because of electrical currents in physics.
Alternating current, direct current.
Yeah, that's
Whatever.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
you had no idea. What did you go on?
No, what I mean is like
Play a record car.
wise, science and current like that. That actually works quite well.
Yeah. So there you go. Well, that was the Fartist for this week then. So next time we do a podcast, we'll do another Fartist. So next is legit or a bit. I want to see if I can trick George and beat him at his own game. So George, can you be the detective and I'll see if I can suss you out? No. I mean, if you try to suss me out. All right then.
Yeah.
So I sent a message to Mike Tyson.
Oh wait, okay, yeah, go on.
I sent a message to Mike Tyson saying, my friend wants to have intercourse with you. And so can I explain the situation or?
Yes, you can explain the situation.
Bumpy.
I want to hear this.
So basically what happened was I changed to prank someone in my class at the time. I changed Mike Tyson's nickname to someone else's nickname and then sent them a message. And then sent them a message and said so-and-so wants to bum you, just as a joke. And I think shortly after he blocked me, or it might have been a while after, I don't know. But I thought that Mike Tyson clearly doesn't read the messages. That's what I was thinking, but clearly he must have seen. Well, eventually he did come up with the picture of Mike Tyson's head, seeing the message, and I was like, oh no. And then, so,
who was the person you were talking about? Or sent the message, you know?
I can't say.
No, I was joking. When did you send this message?
It was in 2017.
Bonk.
Yes! Yeah! Oh, yes! It's true. Yes.
Is it? Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he like blocked you and
So
everything.
yeah,
It was to
can we
prank
see
someone.
proof?
No, I
I want
put
to see
someone else.
proof.
I can't. I genuinely. I'll try and get a screenshot. But yeah, so I changed Mike Tyson's nickname to someone else's name, then sent that message, and then they freaked out. I can send you a message of the prank, but I don't know if I can get exact proof. But I don't cheat at legit or a bit, George. I'm not like you who cheats. So who tries to cheat? You did. You said someone who didn't fart down the corridor, who wouldn't have farted down the corridor, farted down the corridor and pushed past people to the toilet when that made no logical sense, as I explained.
No, but the person I was talking about did push people over.
Yeah, but that was a totally different situation. It wasn't. They didn't walk down the corridor farting, then push people out the way to get to the toilet.
Well, they did both anyway.
They didn't push people out the way to get to the toilet. That was a totally
No,
different.
they pushed people over.
Yeah, but never mind. Everyone goes to the
I
toilet,
didn't
and I'm assuming a lot of people might have accidentally pushed people or been in a scuffle and pushed people in a fight when they were younger. I don't know. Does anyone else want to do legit or a bit to George, or is that it? Or
I can't think of it. I don't have a story, so.
you haven't got one, Ben.
No.
Aaron?
If I tried to get one out, I'd be making up. No, so.
Yeah, Aaron. Aaron's got his mic off. All right.
Yeah,
George,
he said in the chat he'll be back in a second.
You give one to me, then George, and I'll see if I can suss you out.
Right. Okay. So. Right. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Oh no, something bad's going to happen. George is. Well, while George is getting ready to do stuff, I want to say we are going to. I know I said it on the last podcast, but hopefully the next podcasts are reviewing Book of Boba when that's all out, reviewing the Hawkeye show when that's all said and done, Far From Home, and I don't know, maybe a few little other bits and bobs here and there. So. But yeah, Liam. Oh wait, George is finished. There we go. All right, George, what's the story then?
So my story is a couple months ago. I started trying to make a second channel, and the other night I made a complete clip for it, a complete YouTube channel for it, and basically started my new VTubing career.
All right then. What's the channel called? I never cheat on Legit or a bit. I'm not going to look it up.
14.
14. You've already got a channel called 14 though. DW 14.
14 Conno.
14 Conno.
What does 14 mean?
14, doesn't it?
It's basically a way of saying 14. Yeah.
How did have you uploaded a video on there then?
Not yet, but I still need to get the VTubing stuff ready.
What VTubing software are you going to get?
I've already got the stuff that I need for it. There's an app you can use, but it doesn't work on YouTube or Twitch.
Or Twitch. This is a really, really good one, George. You've come out swinging with this one. Because the thing is, you mentioned about doing VTubing, so it feels like you want me to say true, but that could be.
Oh.
But James is gone.
Oh no.
I'll screenshot that picture, James, as quickly as possible. There we go, I'll get it.
Wow.
Well, we're not James. That picture.
Yeah. Screenshot that.
I already have.
Yeah.
We'll some chat messages. James just put pod loading is lagging.
Ah, okay.
James, can you just back out and come back in? This is the worst time for it to go.
Okay. I know.
I don't want to say if it's awful, just in case James is watching.
I think I know what I'd answer.
James just said his internet's still working.
Yeah. I think just come back in. Just doing it in and back out like I normally do.
Yeah. I think he's done that.
Talking to nobody.
Well, this is our entertainment while we wait for James to get back.
Their eyes look so dead.
It did look a bit creepy.
They just go into your soul.
Yeah, I know they do. They could definitely be in a horror film. Those toys, that's for sure. I mean, they're meant to be Lego. That's not family friendly.
You're right. I've just seen that James is nuked out the chat.
Yeah, apparently he was lagging. He's left, but he still hasn't came back yet.
Yeah,
Alright,
we've
so,
got a really funny picture in there.
Should we just talk about something random till James gets back?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want.
I've been watching some good anime this past week.
Well, I still stand by
well,
my opinion that most anime is pretty bad. Just being honest.
Well, the one that I've been watching, you got these 7 girls that were singers in different time periods, but they all died basically. Like one died in a plane crash, one got executed, one got hit by a truck, one died in a bike accident. One got struck by lightning when on stage, but they've all been brought back to life as zombies, basically.
Well,
See, it shows like that you can't tell if they're actually about 12 or they're about 18. Because even in shows where they make it clearly where they're like look 18 or in their 30s, or whatever, they say that they're 12. So it's just really odd.
My favourite character out of it, technically, she would be in the 50s.
Is that technically 50, but in reality she's about 11? It's like, well, she died in the 1960s, but she's been teleported straight to the modern day.
That would have been 19.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
Yeah, StreamYard just stopped working. Crazy. Everything else was working. I just shut down my computer. I was going to ask some more questions. I did say it's a really good one because we know you're starting VTubing soon, but it seems like a good tactical lie. But maybe you think I'm going to be good at going for the tactical lies, and then I'd say lie, then you say it's true. I mean, I'd say it's a lie, and then it's a true. I'm going to ask a few more questions.
Right.
When do you plan to start the VTubing then?
No idea.
Is the channel for VODs then?
Mix of both, basically. But just wouldn't know how to record with the animations. If you know what I mean.
I'm gonna go for false. It's true.
Okay, well. I set the accounts up last night for it.
It just seems like something you. It just seems like some. It just seems like the VODs you put on your main channel because you haven't got a lot of content on there at the moment.
Wait, it was true.
Yeah, it was true.
Well, true.
Well, I want to do that as a completely separate thing compared to what I normally do because it wouldn't mix well, I think. And I'd rather have a channel for that and a channel for the normal stuff. But keep my face on the
channel then.
What?
Have you put it on your DW Boy channel?
No, I made the 14 channel, the second channel into it basically. Hang on, I can show you the model.
I have put a link to your chat in your channel in the chat, George. If you want to check the link.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, right, hang on. Let me see if I can get this for you as well.
I think the one in chat is the perfect link, actually.
I think probably is, yeah.
But I guess we can wrap it up nicely there. Aaron, do you want to have a go at legit or a bit for George to figure out, or?
Yeah, let me just try and think of something.
Right then. Oh, here we go, Liam. More posters added to the collection. There we go. Now
just
all
noticed.
now all we need is Doja Cat's arse at the bottom right, and then your poster collection's perfect.
Well, I'm afraid you're dreaming, James.
Oh, you're not going to do that then?
Dream on. Keep dreaming.
What about a poster of C-3PO?
You guys ready to see it?
What?
What about a poster of C-3PO for a laugh?
I heard you say that, but I was just, I mean, it could be good for a laugh. Yeah, I'd rather have that. But what did you say, George?
I just say you ready to see it, but there we go. It's working.
I've got my
You ready to see it?
legit Rabbit thing.
No, Aaron's thought of something, George. Let's do this
2,
then.
1, and
Oh, okay.
there we go.
I mean, it looks nothing like you. It looks a bit more like a woman because of the flower in the hair. But I mean, I guess if you're trying to catfish people, George, are you actually trying to catfish people then? George? He's not. Bloody hell.
How?
Well, this character's got flower in its hair and looks quite feminine.
They're just being sexist at this point.
No. Come on, how many blokes have blue hair in that style? You'd think a bloke would like spike it up a bit, or I don't know.
Wait, did you see Ben then on the camera just for a second?
What did Ben do?
He was just really close to the camera for like a second.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Oh, he did it again. He's playing with us.
How did we do
That's not going to be the
It's harder than this.
That's not going to be the full model. That was just a mock-up that I did.
Okay.
It's not going to be exactly like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the hair might be different.
Right. Aaron, do
you want me to say?
George, you're the detective.
All right. Okay.
So, this segment.
So, right, is everyone ready for this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I once went to a shop, sort of local to me and all of us, but it was about 20 minutes drive, I'd say. And but anyways, I went in the shop and I saw this really rare CD on the side, like what it was like for sale. And I took it up to the counter, and before I bought it, I had a look inside, and there was nothing there. And I thought, right, obviously they keep the CDs behind the counter. So I went up, paid for it, and they didn't give me a CD. And I said, well, there's no CD in here. Right, obviously. And the woman said to me, oh. And it turns out that someone had been in there the night before and had stolen all of the CDs that were very valuable, and had robbed them of this place. But they left all the cases, so people thought they were still there.
What was the CD?
It was I can't remember the exact one, but I think it was signed as a Nirvana one, but it was signed by someone.
It was signed by George.
It was signed by I think one of the production staff or something, or one of the engineers.
Okay. I'm gonna guess false.
You're saying false?
Can I put in private chat what I think? Don't look at the private chat. Don't look at the private chat. Right, George is... All right, okay. Aaron, is it true or false then?
It was true.
Yes! I know I'm not playing, but I would have gone for true.
I think, yeah. So.
Yeah, I sort of told it more like it actually happened than you know. Because, yeah, when I walked in, it was... I don't want to say where it was because it would just knocks all of us. But I walked in and I saw this thing. And it was relatively cheap for what it was. I think it was about 15, 20 quid. I thought, that's not too bad. And then, it turns out that someone had robbed all of them. What was that?
Was it just the cover that was signed?
That's... I don't know if the CD was, because obviously it was stolen. So,
what I want to do is offer them a lower price just for the case, and then just go and bought another CD to put in it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, afterwards, I had quite high doubts that it wasn't even a real thing. So I was sort of glad it got nicked, and I didn't technically pay for it.
Oh, right.
Because there was a few things in there that
Actually,
seemed really odd.
it's really there.
There was like guitars that were worth like well under 100 quid, but they had a signature on them. They were like 500 quid. I thought this seems really odd.
Oh, that, yeah, well, actually, very suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Well,
Okay.
that was a great legit or a bit segment. But Liam, I know you said to me, if you don't want to talk about it, it's fair enough. But you were saying to me how it's going to be harder for you to make videos because you're working way more hours now. Do you have any videos planned still, or I know we got the stream later. But,
yeah, I'm doing the Halo 2 multiplayer stream later. There was another video. I wanted to do a video on the Star Wars channel because I haven't done anything on there for ages, and I want to be more active on that. And then I guess I'll reveal the next game I'll be streaming soon as well.
Oh, good stuff, man. I tried to take like 1,000 guesses at what the next game was after you finished Halo 2, and I just failed at all of them, which is a shocker. So. No, it's not the one in between Halo 3.
Yeah, I'll play this game, then I'll do Halo 3, yeah.
So, and I'll ask everyone else if everyone's got anything planned, but I'm assuming, George, you're doing VTubing. Ben, you've got no videos planned. Aaron, well, maybe you have.
I've got quite a bit planned out.
I got one planned.
Oh, what is it, Ben? Or is it you keeping it a secret?
Oh, it's that Silver Surfer thing.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to wait a bit of a while for that, though, or like take ages.
Based on that.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's taken a while just to write and stuff. So. Yeah.
There you go, then.
Cool.
Aaron, George. I know you said you got some stuff, George.
I've got quite a bit. I've got the YouTube stuff. I've got the 6 episodes of Doctor Who to review from this Doctor Who series. I've got quite a few of the anime reviews to do to catch up on because I've been watching quite a bit, so I've been finding them to them reviewed. I've got the 2 Evangelion ones. I've got these 2 that are going to be reviewed.
What is that? George, what the hell? Can you get them up again?
It's hentai. Oh no.
George, it looks very over the top and bonkers.
They're good.
It looks like something you have to hide under your floorboards when the police come around.
Persons that would have to have that done.
Oh no, get him out of here, get him out of here, get him out of here.
Oh no.
I'm going to see what George gets up on the screen before he... George, in the waiting room, show what you were going to show.
If he's long and pink, don't let him on.
If he's long and pink, he's permanently banned from the studio. So...
Unless it's his house.
Oh, it's just some anime woman in a skirt. Well, that is a bit weird, isn't it?
Oh. Isn't that what we brought when we went somewhere all together? Which
when
I
we
can't
went
say.
to when we went to a city, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's this one.
Oh.
George,
we're on the move.
Right, George, what is it? You need to be careful.
Is it the one that you can look up? The the one we got from that very weird shop, or
isn't that just Jabba the Hutt? Oh, it's that.
That's the one that we. That's one that we got.
Why is it sticky?
I'll still have a couple more.
What are those white drips on it?
It's stuck to the table.
What the hell is that? What is that?
Oh, it's the face of bow.
Should we just not explain what it is?
Oh, is this Doctor Who, is it?
Yeah.
It's one of those bizarre flesh.
It's a testicle that the Doctor puts in his TARDIS and it mutates over about 10,000 years.
Looks realistic, though. Looks well made.
Ben, you just sport it. I thought it was just John Barrowman running around for 1,000,000 years.
Testicle.
Oh, a testicle. I thought you said he put something in the John Barrowman in the lab for 10,000 years.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so the Doctor's ball sack's in there. So, for God's sake.
said earlier that those figures are not family friendly and they're meant to be Lego. I'm disappointed in you.
They're terrifying, man. They're absolutely terrifying. Aaron, have you got any videos? Have you got any
I'm gonna probably like live stream a bit, and I'm gonna get some videos out as well. Just got a few things going on.
Well, I'll tell you what I've got planned. Hopefully, I'm working on another brick film and maybe some, maybe like a couple game-related videos eventually. Oh yeah, I'm working on episode 4 of the Doctor Who series.
Looking forward to that.
That should be interesting. It's going to be the longest one. And Mario and Luigi look a bit too happy that I said that. I look way too happy about that. So yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, I guess we can wrap up nicely there. Anyone else got anything they want to add? Or what the hell is Mario and Luigi do? George, they're brothers. George, for God's sake.
It's Loki all over again.
Well, Loki didn't do that to Thor, thankfully.
That we know of, you know.
Oh dear. Well, they are stepbrothers, so I suppose it's not as disgusting, but it's still really disgusting. It's still a stepbrother, so like, why the hell? George, that was disgusting. Mario and Luigi, Princess George, why are you putting this on the podcast?
He's slowly telling us all of his views.
Is George doing something to the toys?
They're trying to escape
Warranty
because of what he's doing to them.
Quick, Luigi! Hurry, Mario! Oh, no.
I've got something else.
One last thing I want to do. Hold on.
Oh, I've got the big thing.
Oh no!
Oh.
What's George? Is it something bad George has got on screen?
No, it's a big
No.
Pikachu, a wide Pikachu.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I can't find my red puppy. So we're just going to do a small 20-second silence to show respect to the soldiers. The last time we did a silence, George, you did fuck it up, so don't do anything this time, please. So, all right then. So we're going to start the silence in 3, 2, 1. Well, thank you. Got to pay respect to the soldiers. George, you did mess it up a bit at the end with the Lego Mario time. That was a bit inappropriate. But at least it wasn't like the last silence we tried to do. That was chaos. That really rubbed me the wrong way, that did. Because we kept starting it over and over and over. I don't want
What
to...
happened now for you?
I can't remember, but we kept starting over and over and over and over again. I thought, like, no, we need to be serious. And then you just kept starting laughing for no reason. So, but yeah, it's just to pay respect, Thank you to the army, the putting in the work, sacrificing stuff, big thank you. And the people who obviously served in the World War I and II. That was, really difficult. I mean, imagine being 18 and going to war. That's just terrifying. So, yeah, very scary stuff. But they did it. Their sacrifices saved the world, so fair play to them. Yeah. So, anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, I guess. And yeah, have a good one. See you, everyone. Later.
See ya.